We all belong outside. We're drawn to nature, whether it's the recorded sounds of the ocean we doze off to, or the succulents that adorn our homes. Nature makes all of our lives, well, better. Despite all this, we often go about our busy lives removed from it. But the outdoors is closer than we realize. With AllTrails, you can discover trails nearby and explore confidently. With offline maps and on-trail navigation, download the free app today and make the most of your summer with AllTrails.
Showtime. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Ready.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show.
You seem to know all the players in this poorly acted farce. What do they call that one?
Bob Lutz.
If you're too cheap to buy the NFL Sunday ticket, then what you do is you go to a bar.
Woohoo!
Jeff Lutz.
Go find a bar. I'm going to sit in a bar, which I'd never go to.
It's not realistic. It's crazy.
And Jason Duda. For today, anyway.
What am I supposed to do?
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Stand by for action.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's a Thursday edition, the Bob and Jeff Show today. We have the three-man booth, Jason Duda, in today, back from Canada, without anything to show for it, at least to show us for it.
That's a better
We're
way.
expecting snacks and nothing.
Nothing. I had them out, but I did forget to grab them. So maybe tomorrow.
You're here tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
So maybe tomorrow.
Well, we'll see how today
Now
goes.
you're doing the thing that irritates Jeff and me the most.
What's that?
You're jumping on our teams when you don't have a team.
Yeah.
And you have the safety of ambiguity and anonymity. What's the word?
Anonymity.
Anonymity. Because you don't care. So right now you're chastising Jeff because the Guardians are down 10-1 to the Detroit Tigers, who most recently Jeff mocked on this show.
Didn't mock.
Now,
Why do you do that?
See?
Why do you do that? Why can't
what
you
did
just
I do?
Why can't you just be on it? We talked about this.
What did I do?
We talked about
a little
this
dig.
Tuesday. Just people, for whatever reason, have no desire to actually be honest. And I'm sick of it. We don't need to make things up. Just say, hey, here's what Jeff said. Jeff said in the future he doesn't think the Tigers can have a chance to contend in that
Is
division.
that mocking?
That's not mockery. That's analysis. That's forecasting. There's no mockery. It's
You
not
could-
like I
you
said,
could
this
stretch-
team sucks. I
You
can't
could
believe
stretch
it.
that into mockery, couldn't you?
No. And I'm not. And
I don't think so. If that's what he said, I mean, you could push it that direction, but I don't think that's what he said.
Well, he did make light.
No, I didn't. I said I don't think they have a chance to
You
contend.
diminish the Detroit Tigers, who are about to take 3 of 4 from you.
What place
Would
are they
you like
in?
to come back and
No, are they in fourth or are they in third, first, or second?
would you like to say anything else?
No, I made my point. You think 3 days is going to change my mind?
Why are you so angry today?
Yeah, I don't like the dishonesty. I don't like his disingenuousness. I don't like the way you approach things at all.
You told me on Tuesday you were all down in the dumps, and we're on the air, and they're going to lose 5 in a row, so they'll be tied in 5 days.
Yeah, they
got lost, and now they're getting pumped today, so I brought it up.
Don't do that.
Well, I
you
brought
don't get
it
to
up.
bring it up. I get to bring it
I
up.
see why you're irritated with Duda about it, but if you did go to him and say, as he attests, that the Guardians were about to embark on a little bit of a losing streak, and he simply had that reminder
was
for you
just-
today, then I don't see what I don't see what he did wrong.
More. It's just more disingenuousness or whatever the word happens to be. Because I was kind of, just over exaggerating that time. I said we're 5 up.
Are we supposed to know that?
We'll be because I said we're 5 up. We'll be in second in 5 days. And I kind of feel that way, but it was also just kind of getting off my chest.
But if you kind of feel that way, isn't Jason within his bounds to
Bring it
see
up?
how you're doing?
No,
Well,
I'll let you know how I'm doing.
Well, no, that's not how it works. You won't determine what I'm going to do or how I'm going to
Oh,
be.
I bet I do.
That's not how it works.
I bet I do.
I'll decide it, and it'll be fine.
I'm going to determine a lot of things going forward on this show.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
This
well,
is good. I like it.
there you go.
And your appearances may be few and far between.
Wow.
Good.
Perfect.
You talk to Tony about that.
Oh,
And after he fires you, dude, let's go have a beer somewhere.
Well, I'll go have a beer. I like
no show then?
no show where.
You know,
On the air.
we need to have a gathering at the Pump House. I've been saying it for forever, and we'll make that work here in the next couple of weeks. My life slows down. I believe your life's slowing down to some degree, isn't it?
No.
No?
No. Got a soccer game tonight.
Oh, you. Yeah.
I have.
A soccer game tonight.
Yeah.
Indoor?
No.
You got to be kidding. They're going to
I
run those
wish I
kids
was.
around outdoors.
And I'm going to be sitting there sweating.
Well, think about your son.
He's be fine. He's got water.
I don't know about this.
What?
I don't know. We have baseball games in this kind of heat, but they're not out there just running for 30 minutes.
I understand.
Your mic's off. Now you're getting on
I
my
understand.
nerves.
I understand.
I've got time the week of the 22nd. I'll have a lot of time if Duda can make something work in that week.
Let's look for that week. The week of the 22nd.
No.
Nothing?
No.
You got no evenings to.
No.
What do you got going?
I'm working
Working where?
everywhere.
No, I want more information. I'm not gonna.
We could do the week
where are
after.
you working in the evening?
We could work after.
You have an evening job now?
I might have one.
Tell us where.
I can't tell you where.
Yes,
we
you
want
can.
to know.
Until
You're not
it's
that interesting.
until it's finalized, I can't say anything.
Well, you just said you're working, so that must be finalized.
That sounds pretty final.
Let's see.
Where's the job?
Well, let's see. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. are
You're
out.
working all these days.
And you don't have the
Yes.
job yet. I would
Oh,
talk
no,
to
that's a
somebody
different
about
one.
that.
That's for the week after.
You got
That's why I said let's shoot for the week after.
you got a different job the week after?
No, I might. I don't know yet. Not sure. It should just be like a week-long thing.
You know,
a week. What are you doing? Hits?
You know what I don't like?
I can't tell you that.
People
that
who
would be,
try to create
can't.
an interesting life when they don't have one.
I seriously, that week I cannot do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
That's all good, but to cloak it in some. Well,
and
I
then the
got a
week
job.
after,
I've got.
I might have.
I don't know if it's final yet.
I might have a gig that whole week.
Who cares?
What are you, a musician?
What about that Friday, 26th?
I can't tell you that. I can't tell you anything. What, the 26th?
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday the 26th.
That might be able to work. Oh, no, can't. Well, I could go, but the wife can't.
She's not really. No
Whoa.
offense. It's kind of a show only.
No offense. If she's not coming on the show for 5 questions, no offense, D. I love you. You've been
She'd be
a
okay with that.
wonderful person. But listen.
I could do Friday the 26th.
Well, we'll plan on Friday the 26th, right after the show, 4:30, at the Pump House. I'll tell Mike Furches. I'll tell the big fella. You can tell David Michael Hahn, since you seem to have roped him into the show occasionally.
I'll text him right now, in fact.
Set it up. Set it up. Get her done. Let's go.
We'll make it happen.
We sure will.
What were we talking about? By the way, welcome in, everybody. It's almost like I forgot we were on radio there.
Yeah, for a second it was that way, wasn't it?
It's okay, though. That's why this show works, because it sounds like we forget we're on.
What's that? We're on?
God,
We're on now.
it is so hard at times to like you. I mean,
What? What's the problem?
oh, just the
Everything's great.
nonchalance, the mystery.
Isn't the mystery great?
I got this really fascinating life.
Oh,
Too bad you guys can't know about it. It's just all about. It's like
I can't wait for the hidden secrets on Friday when we play a game. Oh, it's going to be great. But none of you are going to get the right answers because you really don't know.
Yeah, because
What does that mean?
It's Mr. I don't care, but when we start talking about you, there's never been. It's just you hole up,
That's
and
the way-
suddenly
it's
you
the way I've
care more
always
than
been.
anything.
I'm very quiet person. Stay to myself. like it that way.
Well, we're on the radio.
There you go. Yeah, we are. And
Yeah,
we're still
people
on.
want to know about you.
No, they don't. They want to know about you guys, maybe. They don't really.
No, they
don't
don't.
really want to know about me.
They know
want to
about us.
me.
Of
No,
course.
they don't.
I'll go ahead and say it.
We know plenty about you already.
Why does that
maybe,
make you angry?
I
Maybe
don't.
too much.
I
What?
need to know more.
Why does that make you
Why
angry?
am I angry?
Well, when I said they want to know about me, no, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
So I'm not angry. I'm disgusted.
You just what you want to do.
Disgusted.
yeah,
Wow,
I'm
you're
disgusted
pushing it.
by. Oh, they want to know about me.
You've made it your mission in life to downplay me as much as possible.
Well, somebody has to, because you don't.
Well,
Never
why
seen
would,
an ounce of humility.
Why would my own son do that?
well, why would you do that? Why downplay yourself if you enjoy upplaying yourself?
Well, why would I downplay myself?
Maybe
Well,
if you
people like
downplayed
that.
yourself,
I
I'd
think I'm
upplay you
humble.
occasionally. You do?
Yes.
If the people who are humble don't say I'm humble,
Well, I know I'm humble,
well, then you're not humble.
and I got the ego to prove it.
Exactly.
Well, I
Isn't
mean,
that-
I am humble.
No, you're not.
Ask Jacqueline. She's now worked for League 42 for 16 months or so. That's the word she uses most often to describe me.
What are you going to do? What are you going to trust? A guy who has seen someone professionally for a little less than a year and a half?
Not a guy. Jacqueline's a woman.
A person, sorry.
Yeah, get it right.
And I was talking about you anyway, you moron. Or 41 years with a personal, professional, and everything in between. Which assessment of someone's personality would you trust?
Well, you'd have to go with the more experienced person in this case.
So you
which
would
be the 41 years.
you would buy into what Jeff says.
I would definitely have to take
Have you
into
made-
account anything he says.
Have you made have you formed an opinion of your own
Of who?
of me?
Not really. I haven't thought about it.
God, you are.
Honestly,
What do you
thought
think
about
about?
well, think.
You know what?
I don't sit
we
home
should do a
thinking,
top
boy,
10
what-
list of what Jason Duda thinks about.
Oh, I don't know. If
That
you
would
could
be the
get
least
10.
interesting.
You know way you'd get to 10.
There's only 3 or
I
4.
can't tell you what I've thought. I haven't thought about anything today.
We're not shocked by that.
Like, in all honesty, I cannot sit here and say what I.
Because you were
what did I
driving
think
over
about?
today, you weren't thinking about anything.
I was listening to the radio.
But nothing
No,
goes.
I did think of. Wait, I lie. Was thinking about who I was going to put in my lineup for the fantasy today. So I apologize. I did think of that.
Do we envy Duda?
I was
Is
at-
that
No,
why?
I don't think so.
I was at work this morning. I listened to a lot of country music and didn't think
You
of anything.
didn't think about anything at work today?
What did I think about?
Last night when you were with the fan, any thoughts?
What'd you think about when you were apparently in between or on the precipice of whatever this job is you have next week? What were you thinking about
It
there?
just came up today.
Did you apply? Did you?
No, a guy gave me a call, so it just came up.
So it's a job. It's a legitimate.
It's just he needs some help
He
for a
needs
week.
some help for a week.
That's it.
Moving stuff.
It's outside stuff. That's why I don't think I'm going to do it because I just.
Well, then you
Yeah.
can get together
You
next
do-
week.
First of all, you don't know how to do anything.
No, it's the week after.
Secondly, it's going to be 1,000,000 degrees.
Exactly. So that's why I didn't say I would help
So
him
unless
out,
he wants you to lift a bunch of stuff,
which is probably going to be part of it. And I just don't think I want to do it.
well, there you
How's
go.
he going to feel when you?
So the 20
He
seconds
just
back
called
in
to ask if
the
if
week
I
of the
don't,
20 seconds.
It's not like a
back
good.
in the mix.
It's not like a good buddy or anything like that. No, the 26th is still the only day on that week I can do it.
What if one of the two of us called for your help and outside stuff?
Well, I'd come and help you.
Well, that's nice.
Well, I don't know what I'd call for help with.
Well, that's good. That's even better.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd definitely help you then.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I have some stuff.
Yeah, but it's a long drive too to get to you.
All right, what we have today on this show, if we're still on, they may have just taken it off.
Did they axe us already?
If I was Tony Dusing, our program director, I might have just told Max, you know what, cut it.
Wow.
Just let him go. Let him go.
We've got A.J. McGinnis from Wichita State basketball on at 2:25. Their summer workouts well underway for Shocker basketball. We'll talk with AJ at 2:25, and then I put out there that you may have a game today.
No, I got one for tomorrow. Fridays.
Tomorrow we got guests, so
you have guests tomorrow?
I have 2 guests tomorrow.
Oh, well, we got lots.
We had 2 guests Tuesday and still had a game.
Yeah, we're pretty solid.
Well, we'll figure out the game.
If not, we'll just cancel the game.
Maybe you can come up with a game.
No, I did Tuesday. If you can come up with a game,
No, I don't
that'd
do
be
games.
fantastic.
It should be a Thursday. Should be your day. He does Tuesdays. I do Fridays.
All right, I'll do the game.
There you
Really?
go. Oh boy,
I can't wait to see what
Yeah.
you come up with.
I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. I know it.
It'll be World Series of Face-Off like.
Me against Jason?
You'll win, but
Yeah.
I'm up to the task. I'll give it a shot.
Of course I'll win.
I know.
Well, I'll pick the category.
There you go.
We'll have 5 categories.
Really?
I'm putting too much pressure on myself.
Yeah, you are. I love it.
I
about best of-
got a baseball practice tonight at 6.
What?
And then we're playing in a tournament this weekend down at Southwest Boys Club. We got our 11-12 kids playing in one tournament and our 13-14 in another. I'm looking forward to it. I just enjoy it. And
Well,
this is
good.
it. I'm looking forward to it.
There you go. Perfect. You're set.
Yeah. So tonight, our final practice before we get underway.
Exciting stuff.
By the way, I haven't mentioned this. I lashed out at Jeff instead. Yesterday was one of the most miserable days I've ever had.
Well, what happened, I wonder?
Well, Tuesday was almost worse.
Tuesday was worse. Why would
Tuesday was
be worse?
awful.
What happened on Tuesday?
Just stuff. I'm going to be like you.
Here, there. See, you go.
You don't get
That's
to
fine.
criticize him anymore then.
Right.
What do you mean?
I'm the only one who's open about stuff on this show.
Well, I'll tell you what happened yesterday. First of all, the Cardinals jumped to a 3-0 lead in Game 1 of the doubleheader against the Royals, and I'm thinking, this thing is starting to get interesting. Alec Burleson hit a 2-run homer. Andre Palante's pitching great. And about the time I thought that, the Royals rallied, beat the Cardinals in Game 1, beat the Cardinals again in Game 2, looked like the far superior team in both games. And now I'm reeling about my baseball team.
That happens. I'd be reeling too.
I'm reeling.
And they don't even play today, so you got to just live with the.
No, they don't
losing
play
the
today.
doubleheader.
And then yesterday, between games, as I'm pulling out of my driveway, there's a car parked directly across the street. And I hate that because I didn't see it, and I backed into it. And it caused a little damage on my car and a little damage on their car, so I've had to deal with all of that today on top of everything else going on. And it's just been one of those days. I will say I'm going to give a plug to Adam Clark at Design Benefits, who's my insurance agent. I believe he's yours, Jeff. And I think, is he yours?
Yeah, I work with them.
Yeah, well, you got so many jobs. Nobody can keep it straight.
Not really.
Okay?
It's tough.
I work with him. I'm moving stuff. I got this job.
It's everywhere.
We don't care.
It's never ending.
We don't care anymore.
So what happened Tuesday?
Don't worry about Tuesday. So anyway, he is fantastic to deal with. Just fantastic.
He is. He's a good guy. He knows his stuff.
I almost
It's awesome.
look forward to crashing into people so I can talk to him.
You're going to need to.
And I may decide at some point that's going to be my lot in life.
There you
It'll
go.
be demolition derby
Yeah, just
on
empty
the
cars.
streets of Wichita.
Empty cars probably, though, right?
Now I'll run into a couple with drivers.
Okay.
Just at the back end.
More fun with the liability aspect.
Yeah, we're not gonna potentially hurt anybody, but we'll nudge them along.
Hey, go for it.
Nothing wrong with a push.
Have
here and
fun
there.
with it. How did you not see the car that was right behind you?
Why do you not? Why? Because it's behind me and I didn't see it.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Don't you
if
have
my-
a rear view?
I don't know if that worked or not. Because unlike Duda, I do think, and I may have had something else on my mind.
Might have been.
But with Duda, you wouldn't miss that.
He doesn't get in wrecks.
Because
we know that.
any alert
Knock
to
on
Duda doesn't have to combat anything else going on in his brain. So
Huh?
exactly.
What happened? So you're all good though?
It's amazing how I go from 0 to 60 in that quick of a time.
Not really. Pretty much used to that. Kind of rolls off. Yeah.
Now I'm
after a
back
while.
to 20.
Well, it's nice to see it
Hang in there.
going through a school zone.
It's like
That's perfect.
it's like a drive around town with me. Get me on the open road, and I'll go a little faster.
So you're putting together a little all-star team. Is that what you're saying? For
Already together. We've had
Southwest
2 practices. Play tomorrow at 6, both teams, and then Saturday morning, and then depending on how those 2 games go, we'll play Sunday, and we'll play as long as we win.
Sounds great. You better go win.
Been practicing indoor?
Oh, heavens no.
Well, how come we don't do the show there anymore? Because Jeff and I would play catch?
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
Is that
I don't
why?
like you guys messing with our building.
Yeah,
Literally.
by standing there and throwing a
Yeah,
ball.
heaven forbid we walk
Yeah, I don't
where
like
we need
it.
to go.
I'm not a big fan of it.
Fair enough.
We'll be back there in the fall on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's the plan. And then here are the other 3 days. That works.
I think
right.
that's fantastic.
We'll take a break. When we return, we'll talk with A.J. McGinnis from Shocker Basketball. He is our guest next. Max Power, back in the East Studio, 869-1240. That's the IHOP hotline. We'll be back.
We all belong outside. We're drawn to nature, whether it's the recorded sounds of the ocean we doze off to, or the succulents that adorn our homes. Nature makes all of our lives, well, better. Despite all this, we often go about our busy lives removed from it. But the outdoors is closer than we realize. With All Trails, you can discover trails nearby and explore confidently. With offline maps and on-trail navigation, download the free app today and make the most of your summer with All Trails.
Getting on the network Leesburg relies on is easy when you come into the Verizon store at 1612 Village Market Boulevard Southeast. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network Leesburg relies on. Visit the Verizon store at 1612 Village Market Boulevard Southeast to speak with Thomas and save big today.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
This week, A.J. McGinnis joins us on the IHOP hotline. Newcomer to Wichita State basketball, expected to help in the Shockers' backcourt this year. A.J., hello again. Welcome.
Hello. How you doing?
We're doing well. It's hot out here, isn't it?
Man, it's crazy. I never experienced no heat like this for real.
I didn't think you probably had, but that's Kansas in July for you. Fortunately, most of what you're doing is indoors. How are the Shocks looking in some of these workouts right now?
Man, I think we're looking pretty great, man. We're just striving to get better every day, and we're starting to gel more the more time we spend together. So things are looking pretty good right now.
Who has kind of impressed you? Who do you enjoy playing with? Who do you feel maybe you have some early chemistry with and just like sharing the floor with so far?
Honestly, I really don't have any favorites right now because I'm just enjoying like being here, being around everybody. I feel like everybody plays good together. And spending time off the court with each other is very much important. And I think since we do that, it's just easy to play with everyone.
So you started every game last year for Lipscomb. What was that like for you, kind of being one of the guys on that team, maybe the guy on that team as far as a scoring option goes? And how do you kind of take that experience into this year with the Shockers?
I take it as a great step for me in my career. The year before I averaged 7 points, and I felt that I really needed to make a big jump that year as far as just scoring and just being more of a leader, and in order for our team to prosper and succeed. So I just worked, and I hope to do the same thing here. So I'm just using that as momentum going forward, and just staying in the gym every day and getting better.
Talking with new Shocker guard A.J. McGinnis. So the transfer portal, I'm not sure how I feel about it, frankly. I'm an old-timer, so kind of set my ways. Change isn't easy, but it's here, and it's here forever. One of the challenges I would think for players who enter the transfer portal is adjusting to a new system, a new coaching staff, sometimes a new style of coaching. How's that gone? How's it working out so far with Paul Mills and his staff? And is it a big adjustment?
It's not really a big adjustment. I really love the staff here because they want the best for everyone that they coach. And so if you want to be better, they're going to push you to be better every day. And, the things like offense and stuff, that'll come the longer that you're in a system. Like, you'll start to understand a lot more on the court. But as far as off the court, is like when a coaching staff really is genuine and wants everybody to be better and wants more for the school, wants more for the people here in Wichita, it makes a huge difference, and it makes it super easy.
So we were talking earlier this week to Paul Solentrop. I think you did a podcast with him. He does work for the Wichita State Athletics website, and he said all the new guys, I think you're included in that because LeBron is your favorite athlete, but you guys all preferred LeBron over Michael Jordan. And I have a couple questions. One, what kind of do you know about Michael Jordan? Is it mostly highlight stuff? I assume that it probably is. So where does that preference come from? And also just your take now on LeBron as you see him kind of pull the strings. He gets his son drafted. He gets his podcast host as coach. Do you admire that or are you down on LeBron? Just take it from there, AJ.
So I do know about Michael Jordan. I've known about him my whole life, but it was always just footage. You get what I'm saying? So when I was younger, LeBron was like the first player I saw when I was like able to be conscious as a child. So ever since I was able to like watch basketball, I've always seen LeBron. And the things that he's done on the court throughout the years, I mean, in the past, he's had his ups and downs, but the things that he's done on and off the court throughout the years has been amazing to me. And, I just admire that because my father's somewhat like that. He loves to give back to his community. He loves to just branch out to different areas and use basketball as a, as like a home base just to connect with, he uses it. What am I trying to say? He uses it to help him instead of like just using it just like, oh, basketball, he's the greatest basketball player, this, that. But he uses it as a platform for other things, and I really admire that. And as far as him pulling the strings in the NBA and getting his son drafted, I think that's amazing because you haven't seen it done before, and it's just another thing in the history books.
A.J. McGinnis, for the record, by the way, A.J., my name is Bob Lutz. The young man who asked you that question is Jeff Lutz, who happens to be my son and would be nowhere near a radio show without me. Just so you're aware. So let me ask you this. We're talking with A.J. McGinnis again. Who is the most influential basketball player that you've actually met and spoken with in your life?
The most influential that I've met.
For you. Yeah, for you. Who is that one? Is there someone that you've met that's had a big influence on your basketball life?
It was early in college. It was one of my teammates. He's actually playing for the Grizzlies G League right now. He was like a big brother to me when I first got into college, and he kind of like gave me a lot of knowledge to move forward. His name is Isaiah Miller. So yeah, he's been the most influential to me because he's helped me in a lot of areas, and he understands a lot as a college athlete, and he was leaving as I was going in. So he always was there for me and always got me through tough games, tough times. So he's the most influential to me.
AJ, have you thought, you got obviously this last college year to go, what comes next for you after college? Are you looking at playing overseas? Do you think another opportunity might come along? Are you looking to get into a professional setting somewhere else? What are you majoring in, and kind of what's next for you, do you think?
I haven't really thought about it too much because it is my last year. I do have ideas of what I wanted to do, but I have a bachelor's in general studies from Lipscomb, but it has heavy concentration in communications. And but I didn't go to college for what I really wanted to do because I wouldn't have enough time with basketball. I actually would like to get into architecture when I'm done playing basketball. And as far as basketball, I want to be the best I can be for this team and this program. And if opportunities open up after that, then I would definitely look into them. But as far as when the ball stops bouncing, I would love to get into architecture.
Well, that opens up a whole new batch of questions, AJ. We're talking with AJ McGinnis. So what stoked your interest in architecture? And if that were to come, how would you go about kind of changing directions to pursue that?
So when I was in high school, I moved schools when I was going from 9th grade to 10th grade. And me and my family, we stayed in like an apartment for a small amount of time until our house was built. But we would always go look at houses. And, I was just amazed by some of the designs, like, and some of just like homes. There was like, some were huge, some were small, but like really well put together. And after doing that, after some time, I just found passion for it. I'm an artist. I like to like draw and things like that. And I've always wanted to be an engineer growing up. So I figured why not put the two together and, just get into like residential architecture and, just try to find a path in that if that's what I really love. And I've been adamant about that for the last couple of years, so it hasn't really changed. And honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna do it when I'm done, but I'll probably try to take some classes or something, and just try to be around it more, just to get more knowledge and figure it out then.
So, AJ, real quick before we let you go, and I think I might have asked you this question before when you've been on, but just in case I haven't, I want to know the answer. We have a guy at work at my other job at Channel 12. He's from northern Kentucky, sort of by Cincinnati, and he swears by Skyline chili. And I have family in Ohio, and I've had it before, and it's terrible. You spent some time in Cincinnati. I hope almost that you didn't try it, but if you did, give me your Skyline chili rating.
I tried it, and it reminded me of like the elementary school lunch line, with the beans and stuff. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it's just not something that I would use. So I would probably give it like a 6 or a 7.
Wow. Okay.
That's
well,
fine.
We've got a third.
I love the city.
Yes, me
We've
too.
got a third person here who doesn't have a working headset. So I'm going to ask the question. Go ahead and ask your typical question, Jason Duda, of AJ McGinnis, since we kind of broached food.
AJ, your favorite food and restaurant, and what do you order?
In Wichita.
In Wichita?
Yes.
The most consistent spot that I like to go to every now and then is I love Dino's, and I get their fish, but I get mashed potatoes and asparagus, I think.
Okay.
And I get
Dino's a good place.
I get the shrimp as the appetizer. The shrimp goes crazy there, so that's my spot.
AJ, you're a good man. We appreciate talking with you. We hope to get you on again soon. Thanks for visiting, and best of luck the rest of the summer.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
All right, A.J. McGinnis. I love that kid. I mean, he's just fantastic. It was fun listening to him, wasn't it, Jeff?
It was.
Hearing everything he had to say.
I did like that, yeah.
Fantastic. I wish everybody could have heard it. All right.
I don't know if Jason lost any sleep over it.
What happened?
Oh, man.
You didn't bring us cheese.
Were we still at commercial break?
You know what? Why don't I get I got a headset right here. If Jeff would just figure out how to plug
Yeah, if
it
I
in.
would just figure it out.
This is you guys are better at interviews than I am anyway. So it's
yeah, but you'd like to hear it, wouldn't you?
I'm good. I'll go back and listen to it.
Yeah, I bet. Tonight when you're at the soccer game.
Actually, that's probably a good idea.
Let me
See, that's what you guys have to do. You got to go personal.
No, I said I went personal against Gene Simmons.
And me, by extension. But that's fine. That's all you guys have. Keep it up.
What do I got?
Are you this upset about the Guardians and losing 3 or 4?
Who cares about the Guardians? I'm thinking about switching.
Here we
teams.
go again.
Oh, yes,
Doesn't
there
care.
it is.
Who should I?
There it is.
Just what I say all
Who should
the
I
time.
start rooting for?
He's got a team that's 20 games over
And still whining.
and still upset.
That's exactly what I said Tuesday.
I think I'll be a Brewers guy.
I can't stand the Brewers. They're good, though. They keep finding good players. They bring up this pitcher. What's his name?
Tobias Myers.
Yeah. What the heck, man?
Yeah, we had him.
He's a former
had him?
Guardian?
Yeah, you know who we
What?
traded for him?
Who?
Nobody.
Number 5 overall prospect, Junior Caminero. And we got 0 big league innings out of
So
Tobias.
you
Myers.
had both of them.
We had them at separate times, but yes.
But you had both of them. And
Yes.
who do you have for them now?
Nobody.
Zero.
Well, that's a horrible.
That's a bad move. I know it's not you, mate.
And we just did it to get a different pitcher off the 40-man. It was a few years ago. And they traded for Myers just to boot another pitcher, a same nondescript at the time pitcher, and they gave up one of the best
As
prospects.
bad as the
in
Cardinals trade of Zach Gallen and Sandy Alcantara was for Marcelo Zuna, at least they got Marcelo Zuna. I mean, it was maybe the worst trade the Cardinals, but nothing like this.
That was a bad one.
Yeah, it's a bad one.
It happens.
Real bad.
It happens.
I mean, I just awful.
Yep. We got the number 1 pick on Sunday.
And you don't trust that either.
They'll,
You're feeling enormous pressure on that.
They'll squander it, and well, whatever. Well, once in a life.
Why do you get so down on your team
Once
this
in a
easily?
lifetime opportunity, and they'll take J.J. Weatherholt. He'll tear his hamstrings and never be heard from. Good job,
Have you ever heard a guy that's more fatalistic than Jeff?
It's always the same thing every time.
Doesn't it get tired?
This is what I said on Tuesday. It just always nothing but negative about his team.
Well, then give me something to be positive
but
about.
I want to cheer about him. I want to cheer for him, but I only talk negative about him.
And then when they do get hot and they do play well, we're supposed to be happy for him.
Well, he's going to find something wrong with them playing well.
No,
That's
I
the
won't.
thing. That's why I brought
Just
out
play well.
That's
That's
why
all
I
I
brought out the
ask.
ambulance on Tuesday.
It's pathetic.
Because it's always the same thing over and over again.
I mean, I just had to.
Why would you cheer for somebody but then be upset every time they do something?
Because it's heartbreaking. What am I supposed to do?
I had to endure Rex Hudler yesterday. Who's the guy, the play-by-play guy?
Ryan Lefevre?
No, the other guy. He's about. I opened the.
Steve Stewart? I don't know.
Fine. The guy that came from Omaha.
I thought he was a radio guy.
No, he's our TV guy. He was for this series at least. And I had to watch Salvador Perez just crank 2 home runs. And I had to watch the Royals completely outclass Cardinals.
Bet you never thought
But
you'd
I
say
admit
that.
it. I admit it.
No,
What do
that's
you
good.
admit?
That's good.
That I didn't admit.
Did Detroit just outclass you?
No.
See? You can't admit.
There's no outclassing.
Is
when
10
your
to
team,
1 an outclass?
When your team
Winning
has
3 or
no
4.
class, then no, there's no outclassing. There's no.
Well, you didn't get outclassed.
We don't have any.
Did
class.
you get outplayed?
No, I don't. Yeah, no.
But you lost 3 or 4 and you're getting spanked today.
Just happens.
Yeah, so you got outplayed.
I don't think so.
What happened?
How didn't we didn't show up. We're
Okay,
weak.
you got
We're
outplayed.
weak mentally. The manager's
Did
not.
you get out mentaled?
Probably. The manager doesn't know how to turn this around because he's never been through it, and probably won't make the playoffs. So good luck.
Well, I got to tell you, I'd get a little snicker out of that because what you're doing right now is pathetic.
It's just what it is.
You don't deserve to make the playoffs.
Of course I do.
With this attitude.
The attitude's terrible. Sorry, man. It's true.
I've never known anyone more deserving of a playoff appearance.
Don't you kind of hope
than
now
me
that his premonition comes true?
It might. I mean, they're 0-2 since we talked. There's a good chance.
So I was kind of right, wasn't I?
Who do you have next?
Tampa.
Well, that won't go well. Is that on the road?
Of course.
Before the break?
We'll get smashed.
We got the Cubs coming in, and I hope we sweep them. I'm not going to.
I hope you do, too, and I hope.
I'm not going to be down in the dumps. I hate losing to the Royals.
I hate losing.
But you pick yourselves up, you take a day off, and you come back Friday and try to play better, right, Duda?
Exactly.
You were an athlete. Did you?
You got to let it go. You got to let it go.
You probably had a losing streak in your career.
God, we had lots. You just forget it.
Did the boys gather around and do this?
No, we went and had a beer.
Right.
Shorzy cries. You should cry. Maybe you should cry a little more often.
Because he hates losing.
Show that you really care.
He hates losing.
Didn't you hate losing?
Everybody hates losing. Who doesn't hate losing?
All right.
I hate losing.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate it more than we do.
Oh, infinitely. Exponentially.
I might actually have to believe that. That might be true.
Well, you'd think he'd become so used to it.
What if I? Yeah, because we lose so much.
Yeah, because they've never won. You don't know what true winning is. You don't know what a championship trophy being hoisted by your guys.
Neither does
like.
Duda.
Yes, he does.
When?
I've won championships in junior.
That doesn't count.
And I don't know. I think they do.
You've never ended a season on top.
No. Not yet.
Well, what does that make you?
A fan of a team that hasn't won.
Does it make you
World
this?
Series?
High five.
Star Trek?
This shape.
That you trying to do this?
Yeah, that shape.
What are you doing? What?
That shape.
Why you got your whole hand up?
I don't know. Does it make you this?
No, explain what he tried to do right there.
Nah.
He's trying to say I'm a loser by making the L, but he did the long live and prosper symbol.
That's true.
I did this.
And then he stuck his thumb out.
All right, are you this?
Is it Vader time? What are you asking
Are you
me?
this?
No, I'm not a loser. I'm a winner.
How do you signal winner with your hand?
And I expect my teams to win.
Every day.
Every day.
You can't expect that.
And when they don't, you completely lose your bearing.
Give me a team that's went undefeated playing baseball or hockey.
My team back in the day, the Royals, 15-0. We had to put it on our shirts. Bob remembers.
15-0.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Give me somebody that's played more than 50 games.
So if I would have told you that on July 11th, if I'd have told you this on March 30th, that on July 11th the Cleveland Guardians would be 57-35 and have a 4.5 game lead in the Central Division, would you have believed it?
No, I would hope we'd have been 9 or 10 up.
They're a very good home team. They're a 500 or thereabouts road team.
Pretty much.
So when you're on the road, and you've played 51 away games compared to 41 at home, which means you got a lot of home cooking coming up after the All-Star break.
Yeah, and it'll
be 54-41 after this series in Tampa.
Yeah, that's correct.
Why don't you look at that and have some hope?
I don't have hope.
You a pessimist, a dour pessimist?
Because this was going to be a big month for my team, and now all I hear is, well, the starting pitching market is a little tough, and, we might save money on that first pick and go with the fourth best player so we can get the 31st best player at 36. and it's just a loser's mentality. Say, hey, we're going to go get
Haven't
pitching.
you gotten used to that?
No.
But it happens
You
all
picked
the
this
time.
franchise. You picked this franchise. The franchise that you were born into doesn't have a loser's
Of
mentality.
course they do.
No, we don't.
You keep these guys around who don't know how to handle anything.
What do you mean?
You're happy with being average.
I'm not happy with being
The
average.
Cardinals seem to be.
No, they're not. They're trying to figure it out, I guess. I'm not happy with the current front office, but do I come on this show? I'll ask you.
Okay.
Do I come on this show and just whine incessantly about my team?
I wouldn't say incessantly, but some days you do.
Shut your mouth.
Well, you just asked me. Some days you do. Oh, the Cardinals, they're going to be terrible. This is what you said 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago. Oh, they're awful. We're going to be at the bottom. They're like 4 games out of first now.
5.5.
Well, whatever.
After
but they're
yesterday.
right there. Like, come on.
They're not.
Just stop.
They're okay.
Just
you know
stop.
what? They're okay. They're not fun to watch necessarily, but I watch because that's what I do, and baseball is a big part of my world, and that's just the way it is, and I really can't do anything about it at this point. I certainly couldn't change teams like Jeff threatens to do.
Brewers, let's go.
Which
Never.
is awful.
Who's pitching
And he
for us?
won't.
Which is awful. I've never
Cavalli's pitching for the Brewers today.
I've never
Oh,
once
good.
said
I love
that.
him. He's a former guard.
Well, all the good players are former guardians
Exactly.
because they don't want to hold on to them. They can't
Hold on
pay
to-
them.
Hold on to some of them.
It's a losing franchise. And all you got to do is look right up above your right shoulder
Not going to do it.
and see what the winners do.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm running out of fingers.
Yeah, there's one more, so it's actually 11.
Of course, today I picked the Brewers. They're about to get no hit. I am a loser. You had it right.
Oh, there you go. Put that one, Max, on the introduction
The day
to the
I
show.
picked the Brewers.
All right, time for a break. We've got an hour left, a 3-man booth with Bob Jeff and Jason Duda. Stay with us.
Speaking of baseball, the
What?
Twins are going to catch Cleveland in, 3 days?
Here you go again.
How am I whining?
Whine. The Wambulance is on its
What's
way.
whining about that?
Oh my God, it's so painful, these two guys. All they do is complain. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, basically.
So you're happy they're going to lose 5 in a row?
Not happy.
Well, then there's your complaint.
You know who's happy
That's
with
the
where
way
they're
it
at?
is.
Losers.
I heartily endorse this event or product.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show, starring Bob Lutz.
Yeah, there's where Jeff and Duda failed to rise to the occasion. I'm going to say this again. This show should be called Bob Knows.
Jeff Lutz.
If he sent his clips to another station trying to get a job, they'd say no. And they'd say, what that other guy, he sounds funny and much younger.
Hey, listen. There's a phone call for you.
And Jason Duda. For today, anyway.
I hope so, because he's going to be talking to one idiot right here.
I know what you mean.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
You rockers ready to roll?
All right, we are back. Hour number 2, the Bob and Jeff Show, KFH Radio. Bob Lutz, Jeff Lutz. We're here as always. We've got Jason Duda in today, the 3-man booth. We had an eventful hour number 1. Didn't we?
A little bit.
I'd say.
Duda was here for most of it,
Was I?
as far as I remember.
Thank you.
What do we got going in Pittsburgh, Milwaukee right now? 1-0 in that game. Paul Skeens with a no-hitter through 7. He's thrown 99 pitches. I would guess he would not be out for the 8th inning. But the kid's just amazing. And I got to deal with him for the next 15 years. I'll be in a home somewhere, and he'll still be.
Pittsburgh's not going to be able to extend him.
How do you know?
Somebody's going to
What do you think? Everybody's Cleveland?
Have you seen their owner talk about how their owner's worse than ours?
Here, I don't want to get into all that again, please. We got to be done with that, right, dudes?
Not
I'm just
really.
saying he's a bad owner in Pittsburgh, not a good one. We can leave Cleveland out of it, but aside from all that, he's a bad owner.
So you like, you know how I like getting entertainers on the show because I do this show daily with someone who's frankly not too entertaining. So
there you go again, Mr. Humble.
So bad.
It is bad, isn't it?
Bad.
Oh, it's awful.
It is.
Wouldn't you hate doing a show with someone who isn't entertaining?
Have you ever done a show like that, Bob?
Who are you talking about?
I'm just talking in general. I don't know.
Well, I said I
Probably
do
with
one
me.
daily with one.
Oh, you're talking about Jeff.
So next Tuesday, Colin Mockery will be on the show. He's coming to the Orpheum with Brad Sherwood. From whose line is it?
Anyway.
He didn't need the anyway.
Well, he does. That's the name of his show.
And then coming up later in the month, Felipe Esparza, who's going to perform at the Scottish Rite Temple coming up. He'll be on the show. And you follow comedians more than I do.
Yeah, he was a last comic standing.
In 2010.
I think he might have won the thing.
So there you go. That's a couple of the entertainers we have upcoming.
I wish Colin would have came with the Whose Line in It Is It Anyway when they were at the Orpheum. I've been to the last two. They're very good.
He wasn't with them?
He wasn't with them, though.
Have they had some kind of a falling out that he's doing his own thing?
I don't know, but he's coming with Sherwood, who's always on the show, too.
Yeah.
So I can't see that. But maybe it's scheduling. I have no idea.
Who was part of that group?
Well, Sherwood was there. Ryan Stiles was there both times.
Obviously not Wayne Brady. He's far too.
No, he doesn't go on any of that. But you'd recognize all four of the guys. They're always on the show.
Yeah, that show's been around forever.
Yeah,
sure has.
It was very good. So I might have to look into this one with Colin.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
No,
fun.
you
Be
wouldn't.
fun for you.
In August, they're coming.
What?
They're coming in August.
Okay. We're going to have him on next week.
Well,
perfect.
Good. I'm sure the tickets will be flying after that.
And I appreciate the folks down at the Orpheum Theater for helping us get that set up.
How come he didn't
Mallory
get his,
Ryan. What's the question
How
now?
come he didn't get his Jason Isbell? Who's
You know what? I'll continue to work. Once I get this baseball season behind me, I'll devote some more. Why didn't you get us Jason Isbell? Right, dudes?
He's at Wave tonight. Jason, I wonder if he's listening.
Are you part of this show?
If anyone with
he just ignores me.
Anyone from the Jason Isbell, I'll get his name right, but I like saying Isbell better because Isbell sounds funny. If anybody from his party happens to be listening to this right now, give us a call, 869-1240.
You'll talk to Max Power, and we'll get you on the air.
Of course we will. There's got to be a drum
What's he
tech
doing
out
right now?
Probably
I
in
always wonder about that with comedians, performers,
probably in his
musicians.
hotel, thinking about maybe getting something to eat here
At
in
the
a little
Hyatt?
bit. Probably.
Probably looking over at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Maybe doing a little rehearsal.
Could be.
With his band in his room.
Could be, or it could be already at the Wave setting up, and then he's going to go back to the hotel and then eat and then go back. These guys do. I mean, I know a lot about this stuff. I kind of was in that.
You do?
Well, was in that world for a little while.
Who were you with in that world?
Wasn't he stalking that? What was that guy's name? He's stalking
Jason Eady.
Oh my
Never
God!
heard of
For
him.
how many?
Never
it was
heard
like
of him.
2 years.
That was one of the most uncomfortable periods of time.
Oh, it was bad.
I even went to see Jason Eady.
Oh no!
At a place about like this.
That was the Blue Door, which is a legendary venue in Oklahoma City.
Now he's defending Jason Eady again.
No, I'm not. I'm defending the venue.
It's about like this. I didn't say it was a bad venue. I just said it's about like this.
It's seated 100, all right?
I could get 100 in here.
And
I really wanted
Jason's
to.
still doing 100-seat arenas and arenas.
Why do you follow him?
I don't, but I check in on him every now and then.
Then you follow him.
That's not following. Following is standing
Checking
behind.
in is not following?
No, I agree with Jeff. I mean, what he was doing before was more than following.
It was an obsession.
It was stalking.
Man, I tried to work with a guy. I don't know why that's so crazy. The guy who was not going to help himself, I wanted to help him. He's still not helping himself. He's still playing the same venue. So
He's probably happy.
Then let him be happy. That's great.
Well, why can't somebody just be happy?
I've removed myself from the situation.
Hey, Jason, I can do this for you.
I couldn't care less.
You know, I mean, that's my reaction. I just want to play music. I got this guy telling me he can market me, and he comes to my shows, and
wow, he supports me. That's awful.
Depending on the level of support, yes.
Yes. But I'm glad you got over that.
I want both of you to shut up. How about that?
I'm truly glad you got over that.
I don't really care what you are.
You do care.
No,
That's
I
the
don't.
difference between you and me.
I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to go follow Jason Eady.
Are ya? Good for you.
Good for you. That'll
That'd
lead
be
you to
because it made for great entertainment.
Shut up.
What?
Well, I don't know about.
So rude to your brother sometimes.
I don't know. About
I don't like
great
the way
entertainment.
you guys are coming after me today.
We're not coming after you.
I haven't been
We're
coming
having a
after ya.
discussion. You mentioned Jason Isbell.
Yeah, is he out there?
Apparently not. He hadn't called us.
Rude. Certainly somebody from the Wave is listening.
I got to get with those folks and let them know when they get a prominent show in town, this is the place to promote it. The Bob and Jeff Show. Bob Lutz will promote their event.
Yeah, but Jeff won't. Thanks.
And their venue.
God. Mr. Humble, again, he's back at it. Oh, but the lady he's known for 4 minutes thinks he's humble, so it's all good.
Jacqueline, if you heard that, I apologize. That's my rude son.
I'm rude. Good Lord.
Good
Bob
stuff.
will promote it. Jeff won't. Jeff will just sit over here in the corner and not discuss anything.
I don't know why you're so wound up today other than the Guardians losing.
Never heard of them. Again, done.
And that
Push them
affects
to the
your
side.
mood. Would you at least agree with this, Jason Duda? The losses affect his mood more than the losses affect mine.
His last longer. That's for sure. You get a little upset right after they're done. Then you kind of let it go.
I do.
No, I know. I've been hearing downstairs when it was on and the last out is made, the TV's off, and some things are said, and then
And you
you're
move
okay.
on.
Yeah.
I don't let them go. I have a very difficult time letting them go. If I'm letting
I
them
think
go,
that's a learning opportunity for you.
never going to happen.
I'd hate to live like you do.
I'm okay with it.
No, you're not. You're miserable.
I
You're miserable
some-
on the show today. It
there's
affects
some-
your performance.
think my performance has been wonderful.
My performance is smooth as silk.
Humble pie.
Why are you so worried about me and humility lately?
Well, because you said that you're humble. And I just want you to exhibit that once as opposed to the 913 times per show you exhibit the egomaniacal side of yourself. Do humble once. Just to see how it goes.
The greatest satisfaction I get is that.
What?
You.
Thank
and
you.
your reaction. It's like food for my soul.
But you don't ever take it as, well, this is my son who knows me better than anybody. Maybe
No, I
should,
don't.
Maybe I should heed some of that advice that he's throwing my way. Maybe I
No,
should
all I'm
take
thinking,
to heart.
this is my son who I can get to so easily.
And I can do the same to you, but there's no sport in
No,
that.
you can't.
There's no
Nobody
sport
can
in it.
get to me.
Please.
I've seen
What
that.
I just did.
What if we had, let's try to predict, Jason's 49, your son's 15?
14.
14. So you had him a little later than I had Jeff. Jeff was, I was 27, almost 28 when Jeff was born. And here we are 41, 42 years later almost. And here's the relationship we have. What's yours going to be with Jackson in 15 years? If you did a radio show with him in 15 years,
It'd be like this.
it'd be like this.
It'd be like this. Yeah.
It wouldn't be, oh, you look good in your blue suit. It wouldn't be that.
Nobody's wearing a blue suit on that show.
No. Well, we might.
Really?
Yeah.
You never know.
You can't
Do
tell.
you have a blue suit?
No.
Okay.
Do you have a suit?
Yes.
Wow.
Black.
Yes.
Yeah.
Black, gray,
Really?
darkish green. Well,
Two
yeah.
suits?
3 suits.
I got like 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Wow.
When's
Well, I
the
had
last?
to wear one every day, every game. We had to wear a suit.
That's true.
What game?
When he coached.
And when you played, when you came to the
you
rink.
still have those suits?
Yeah. They have to be let out a little bit.
Well, that's a long time to hold on to a suit.
Well, I think some of them are gone now.
When did you last coach a game with the Wichita Thunder? What year?
That'd have been, what, 2015?
Oh, and then not that long ago.
2014?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
When did you first appear on this show as a guest host?
I don't know.
Right out of the chute? Were you on Sports Daily as a guest host when I did that show?
I was on once or twice, but not very often on that. But with this show would have been, it was your guys' first year, later in your first year.
I still don't remember how that even came to be.
Tony called me.
Well, I think I suggested it.
I'm sure Mr. Humble got it.
Let me say that nothing happens on this show without my approval.
There you go.
You should have just said that. We could have saved that whole conversation.
Yeah. I tried to be humble.
You do almost
So
a good
close.
job.
I tried.
You're almost there.
But then again, I got to come in and correct the record.
Of course. I mean,
when you were trying to give Tony credit, I'm not gonna sit for that.
You asked how. Tony called me. That's how.
Right. I'm sure Tony and I talked, and the conversation probably went something like, we need when either Jeff or I is gone, we need a third guy, and we went through the Rolodex, and he can't do it. He can't. Oh, Duda, he doesn't do anything. Let's call him.
There you go. The first show I did was with Jeff.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Sweet.
At the studio, of course.
How did that go, I wonder?
Oh, it's probably one of the top 10s. Probably top 10 of all time.
At least.
No doubt. Great show. I remember it well.
I bet it was awful.
Jeff whined about the Guardians.
Probably. Indians at the time.
I don't know what we talked about.
I don't know.
We'll leave here. I won't know.
I don't know what we talked about Tuesday.
Well, that's one
On the
thing
show.
people always ask me. What did you guys talk about today? And it's just there's no recollection.
No, none.
I honestly am not sure what we talked about in the last segment. Now that's a little frightening.
When was the last segment? Was that the interview?
We talked about Jason Eady in this segment. What did we talk about?
Just a minute, just a second. Seriously, I don't remember.
Can we
we talked about the Guardians and his.
Can we never talk about Jason Eady ever again? Does that work for everybody?
What did it do to you?
I don't like it. I don't like thinking about it. I don't like recalling that. I don't like the scorn and criticism I got from others.
Zero scorn.
What
Zero
others?
criticism.
When I felt like my heart was in the right place, and
What others?
Some others,
The two of us?
just whoever.
Well, give us a name. Who gave you scorn?
It doesn't matter.
Off the air, you'll tell.
No, I doubt it. Another person that nah.
All right, I have 5 categories for World Series of Playoff type game.
What are the categories?
I'm not going to tell you till we play the game.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to react.
So 5 rounds of 5 is what we're doing, basically.
Yeah, we'll have a top 10 in each category, and you'll each have 5 rounds, and whoever gets the most wins.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Game on.
I guess what if we both get 5?
And it's a tie. We're not going to break it.
It's not going to happen.
No tiebreakers in this one.
All right, we'll play a game, my game, with Jeff and Jason on the drive. We're not the drive anymore. What happened to me right there?
I don't know. Were you watching the?
I don't think I can run for president.
Yeah, you can. Anybody
Easy.
We'll be back.
KFH.
All right, we are going to play some World Series of Face-Off kind of stuff. Hope this goes well. That's certainly my hope. We will start. These are statistical leaders. First, we start in the NFL. And we start with receiving yardage for the 2023 season. I've got the top 10 in front of me, and you each get a shot at this. We'll let who goes first the first round. We'll let Jeff go first. We'll play 5 rounds. We'll see who comes out on top. Receiving yards
God, I'm so
in
bad.
2023.
A.J.
Jeff?
Brown.
A.J. Brown was 5th in receiving yards with 1,456. Duda?
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill was number 1, 1,799 yards. Round 2, Beckons. Jeff?
Jay Jettis. Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson
No,
is not
Missed
correct.
all those games.
I don't remember what happened last year.
I just said I just said he missed all those games.
Okay. Well, I don't remember that. So you're going to win this one. Congratulations.
Duda?
Well, I'm not going to win many, so if I do, this is probably the one I will win.
Duda?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb was 2nd, 1,749. Are you not looking on your mobile device?
I got the game on.
Thank you. Jeff?
Let's think here.
5 seconds.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, not correct. Duda?
Well, I had this guy in 2 of my fantasy leagues. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
He was 3rd.
What a cheater.
1,515 yards. Jeff, you've got to have this to continue. And the mental decline.
I'll go with Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith is not correct.
God!
I mean, how bad could you be?
You're asking me to remember stuff, one, that I didn't care about when it happened.
You used to say that you followed sports.
And 2, that I don't remember.
Duda, do you want to try to run the table?
Okay, well, Mike Evans.
Mike Evans was 10th. So you're still alive to go 5 for 5.
I don't know if he had enough. Puka Nakua.
Puka Nakua was 4th.
God, what
the others were A.J. Brown.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, Brandon Ayuk. Nico Collins.
That's my boy.
Wouldn't have got Nico.
Jeff now trying to
love Nico,
accentuate to make up for the abysmal display.
I love Nico. Him and Amon-Ra.
I don't know what you're worried about.
You guess him then.
I'm going to have a abysmal display here soon.
No,
that one was right up my alley. That one.
Well, I don't do stuff like this, so let's give it a shot.
All right, we stay in the NFL. Last season, top 10 in touchdown passes among quarterbacks. Top 10. We'll start with Duda this time.
Top 10 in touchdown passes. Dak Prescott.
You're looking at my screen, aren't you?
I can't see that.
Dak Prescott, number 1. Jeff.
Tua,
number 5. We go to round 2, tied.
I don't know if he was in there, but I got to say Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes was 8th. Number 8 with 27 touchdown passes. Jeff.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen was tied for 5th. We actually have a game here.
Uh-oh.
3rd round. Only 6 quarterbacks left. Who do you have, Duda?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts was 13th. That's a miss. Jeff.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Jared Goff, 4th. Jeff leads.
Wow, this has never happened in the history of the game.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy was 3rd.
Your guys' boy.
Yeah, the
3rd in touchdown passes.
Probably should have been the MVP.
Jeff.
Of the league. And, in fact,
5 seconds.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert was 17th. We go to round 5, all knotted up at 3. Duda?
Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield, 7th.
Oh, gosh.
Jeff, you need this one to stay alive.
C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, that's a good one.
C.J. Stroud, who really came on, tied for 13th. Jason Duda.
What in the world?
Oh.
Jason Duda now leads in this best of 5, 2-0.
I hate this game. Have I told you that?
You have.
We now go to the National Football League.
Oh, we do?
And this time, top 10 in rushing yardage.
It's interesting how his fingers continue to move every time you change the category. Why don't you?
I'm watching the game.
Yeah, leave him alone.
I've been watching it the whole time.
Duda gets to go first this time.
No, I get to go
Jeff
first.
gets to go first. Top 10 in rushing yards.
Kyron Williams.
Who?
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams was number 3. Duda.
Gibbs.
I'm going to need a first name.
What's the kid from Detroit?
Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah.
17th.
What? Was he really?
Yes.
Well, I don't like that.
Did not even get to 1,000 yards. Jeff.
James Cook.
James Cook, 4th. Jeff making an attempt here.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry ranked as the number 2 rusher.
He did? I thought he was hurt.
Last year. Jeff.
I don't know if he was healthy long term, but Kenneth Walker.
Well, that's just an awful, awful pick. He was 19th. You can't stand prosperity. Duda.
Swift.
DeAndre Swift, 5th. We are tied as we go to round 4.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon was 8th. Jeff has retaken the lead, at least temporarily. Duda?
Has anybody said McCaffrey?
I don't know. Have they?
McCaffrey.
He was number 1. We are tied at 3 as we go to the 5th and final round. Jason Duda on top right now, 2 games to none.
Is that what the score is?
That's correct. Top 10 NFL rushing yards.
What's the category
last
again?
season.
For what year?
Go. 5 seconds.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. That's so bad. Duda.
Well, I had this guy. He had a ton of touchdowns. Mostert?
Raheem Mostert, number 10. Jason Duda now leads it 3-0.
That's it? I thought we were tied. Now I can have a chance to tie it again.
Nope. You got 4 to your 3.
That's it? That's the game?
Of course that's it.
God, I
no, we're
hate
going to
this.
continue to play.
Let's go.
I'm going to go to a couple of baseball categories.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not going to. It doesn't matter. I don't know these.
And
stats.
see how you do there. If I can get to my computer to work. You know, a guy can only do so much. Am I right about that?
So right.
I would say so. I mean, really, that is really only the.
I mean, what's going on?
What is going on?
I have not had one problem with my computer since I switched. And now I'm having all kinds of issues.
Well, that's how they get you.
And it's a shame, really.
They make you believe in them, and then the service goes haywire, and it's all bets are off after that.
I don't get it. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go to baseball, and the hits leaders this year, most hits in Major League Baseball, top 10. We start with Duda.
Judge.
Hits. Aaron Judge is 10th. Jeff.
Bobby Witt.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby Witt is number 1 in hits. Duda.
Well, he hasn't played for a while. I'll go with he's been
5
out.
seconds. 1, 2.
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts, not correct.
No, out too long.
Jeff.
Luis Ariz.
Luis Ariz, 2. He's number 2 right now in hits in the Major League Baseball. This is current leaders. We were playing World Series of Face-Off type game. Duda leads 3-0. Jeff trying to salvage some respect. Duda? 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Jeff?
Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve, number 3. Duda, you need this to stay in the game.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
5 seconds.
Let's go with Jose Miranda. He's been on a roll.
That's just awful.
Hits in a row, you'd have it.
Jeff, do you want to try to run the table?
Shohei.
Shohei Ohtani is 4th.
Can I get all the top 5? That's the question. Gunner.
Gunnar Henderson, 7th.
That's a good one.
Duran, 6th. William Contreras, 5th. Brian Reynolds, 8th. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is 9th.
And I got
guard.
2 of those guys on my fantasy team.
Yeah,
And I still couldn't figure it out.
Well, that's
hitting is tough.
That's just embarrassing.
That's just awful.
It's just embarrassing.
And finally, our final category is earned run average in Major League Baseball. Top 10 amongst pitchers who qualify, all starting pitchers in Major League Baseball. First up is Jeff.
Seth Lugo.
That's who I
Seth
want.
Lugo is correct. He's number 1.
Reagan's.
Cole Reagans. No. It's clear that you know a little bit about baseball, Jeff, and you know a little bit about football.
It doesn't. It
but
seems
you don't.
that way.
Neither of you know about the other sport.
That's very
Jeff.
true.
Reynaldo Lopez.
Reynaldo Lopez has not qualified with the number of innings.
Really?
That is not
Is he hurt?
correct. He started in the bullpen.
No, he didn't.
Oh, whatever. He's not in here. Duda.
Ranger Suarez.
Ranger Suarez is 5th. Good one. Jeff.
Zach Wheeler.
Zach Wheeler. Now Jeff's looking blatantly
No,
online.
I'm not.
Zach
many
Wheeler
innings?
7th.
How many games of the Braves?
Duda.
Glasnow.
Tyler Glasnow is not on the list.
That's crazy.
That's
Reynaldo
nuts.
is an inning and a third short.
Not on the list for Tyler Glasnow. Not enough innings. Jeff leads at 2-1. We go to round 4.
Brady Singer's in the 2-8
Did you just
range.
look?
No, but I'm going to say Brady Singer.
He is 10th with a 2.93. Duda, you need this to stay in the game.
Let's go with is Nola in there?
Who?
Aaron Nola.
No. Heavens no. The
Garrett
others
Crochet.
are Carrick Skubal, Corbin Burns, Blanco from Houston, Tanner Houck, Chris Sale, and Tyler Anderson from the Angels, future Cardinal.
And I got 2 of those guys on my fantasy. This is just a terrible, terrible effort by myself.
Bad,
should get-
bad effort.
We should get 3 baseball categories since we got 3 football.
Well, maybe next time you will.
Yeah, maybe next time you will.
I mean,
All
there's
right.
a chance next time
I doubt it.
we could do that.
Yeah, it makes sense, but I only gave you 5
Who got the
categories.
most right answers in that game?
The most right answers.
probably
All right,
me.
Duda had 5, 9, 13, 14, 15. Jeff had 1, 4, 7, 12, 15. 15.
You didn't let me get a 4th, 5th guess
Well,
on
I
the last.
didn't guess on the last couple either,
Right.
so it is what it is. It's during
Yeah,
the game.
quit whining.
So we
knew-
tied.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to even dignify that with my own right now.
Why would we want it dignified?
Exactly.
Like, that's, of course, why would we want that?
We don't.
No, we don't.
Well, you do it.
No.
Dude doesn't like having fun on this show. Well, that's all right.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's for sure what it is.
Well, it might be.
I don't even.
Maybe
I don't know what
you're
this
sent
is.
here from who knows where to sabotage this show.
Really, sabotaged.
Who did that?
Who sabotaged what?
Maybe that was Tony's plan all along.
To sabotage the show.
Is it working?
Well, I hope not.
I don't
Or
know.
is it really dedicated to the bid?
Here's what I
you
think.
tell me.
Here's what I think's happened. You know the what's that called? What syndrome is it when you get in with a group of people and you suddenly, Patty Hearst had it.
Stockholm Syndrome?
I think Duda's suffering from that with us.
Probably a little bit.
I think he came in as somebody who was against us, and now he's somebody who's for us. And,
against his own will, essentially.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
For that, I'm pleased.
You're happy about that?
Sure, we've won you over.
Why are you wearing your hat like that?
How am I wearing my hat?
It's a little crooked.
Little Pedro,
little cockeyed.
Little Pedro Stropey.
It's heavily cockeyed.
I don't know why I'm wearing it like that.
That's okay.
Feel
As
good?
long as you're aware of what's going on, that's all that's important.
How do you really know I'm aware of what's going on?
We're not.
We don't.
Thank you. No, that's just mean.
What?
Why is that mean?
I feel like I am aware of what's going on.
Then who cares what we think?
Maybe
I feel like I'm holding up my end of this bargain exceedingly well. That I come in here every day and you don't have to worry about me. I'm going to give it to you, and you're gonna enjoy it.
that's how it is.
Yeah.
I always worry about you.
That was a nice comment, Jeff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Was there any truth to
Of
it?
course.
There was
Don't
truth.
worry about me.
There was truth in that one. I could see it. See, there you go. That was very good.
Tomorrow on the show, Tim Fitzgerald, GoPowerCat.com. He's just back from Big 12 Media Days in Las Vegas.
The heart of Big 12 country.
Isn't that weird? Well, it kind of is.
Kind of is now.
It's just weird. Big 12 Media Days in Las Vegas. And then Utah State football coach Nate Dreiling, native of Hutchinson, will join us at 3:25. So that's coming up on the show tomorrow. You'll be here again.
Yep.
Bring a headset.
You
Well, no,
bring
we
a
need to
headset.
figure this out. And I'm going to get Tony over here tomorrow, hopefully, and figure it out, or I will. It's a shame that I can't have this younger man, figure that
You
out.
two set up the whole board. So if I'd been a part of that and I'd seen, okay, this goes here for the headsets, and this is how you kind of
You can't tell where the headsets go.
and this is how you turn them on. This is the volume. But I wasn't involved in any of that. Why?
Ask yourself.
Mr. Humility. Didn't want.
No, ask yourself.
I did.
Ask yourself why you're not involved.
Oh, I did.
What answer do you come up with?
You know the answer.
Tell us.
We all know the answer.
What's the answer?
We all know the answer.
He's not willing to say the answer.
We all know the answer.
He wants to imply that I rule this show at his detriment.
It's a little
that I don't-
authoritarianism type situation.
That I don't involve him purposely. When the truth
On
is,
purpose?
yeah.
It's unilateral.
When the truth is, upper management reaches out to me.
Reaches out to
Upper
you.
management.
Upper management.
We don't have upper management.
Sure we do. Odyssey has upper management.
Tony's a middle manager.
Right. We have upper management.
No one has ever reached out to you from upper.
Of course
upper.
I have.
Name one.
Sylvia
Oh, see,
from upper management.
that's cool.
I think her title is Director of Upper Management.
Upper manager, probably.
I'm glad you guys
I'm on-
got that figured out.
Oh, contribute, man.
I just-
Contribute to the show.
Just did.
And hold your microphone up to your face.
I know why? Because it bothers you.
Yeah.
Because it makes
My voice goes out more.
It
so
makes
I can't.
more work for Max when he has to turn you up and figure out
Max
where
is
you're.
just all
Are
he
you
does.
kidding me? He's
All he
already got
does
it
every
done.
day for the 3-man booth is he's switching knobs. Doesn't know which way. I feel bad for Max.
Let me
Do
try
ya?
that. Let me try that. Can you hear me? I don't like that.
He's got 7 different audio levels, and you need to cooperate with Max.
Max has never had a problem with me, or else he'd have told me. Not once. He'd have told me.
What does
Maybe.
he
The only
say?
thing you guys, it just bothers him. I don't know. I don't like the fact
bothers
you
everybody.
basically hold it right to your lips. Like you don't have to kiss it.
We're performers.
It's
Again,
embarrassing.
upper management, one of the first things they said is, kiss that mic.
Is that what they said?
Yes.
I don't.
did.
I don't agree with that.
All right, that's it. We are out of here.
Goodness. Thank goodness.
You're headed to a soccer game. It's 111. I'm headed to a baseball practice. Jeff is headed to his bedroom.
Oh, sweet.
Basement.
I wish I had one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So there you go.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, I suppose.
Have a good evening.
Getting on the network Leesburg relies on is easy when you come into the Verizon store at 1612 Village Market Boulevard Southeast. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network Leesburg relies on. Visit the Verizon store at 1612 Village Market Boulevard Southeast to speak with Thomas and save big today.